Hey my dear lovely listeners, very good morning to all of you. In the today's class, we will be seeing few questions on percentage that I have taught you yesterday. So let's start our video. This is going to be a very important video, as if you watch this video, you would be able to solve all the questions on percentage. And in the upcoming session, we will discuss questions on percentage regarding word problems. So let's start our today's class with questions on percentage. Questions on percentage. The first question which I am starting with today is a very easy question. The question is from your textbook. Convert each of the following fraction into percentage. I am taking any two of the examples from this. Convert each of the following fractions into percentage. The first question is 1 integer 3 by 5. You have to convert this fraction into percentage. So what we will do, we will first convert this mixed fraction into fraction. 5 1 ja 5, 5 3 ja 15 by 5 1 ja 5, 5 plus 3, 5 1 ja 5, 5 plus 3, 8 by 5. And to convert this fraction into percentage, what we will do, we will simply multiply it with 100. 5 will divide 100 20 times and 8 2 ja 160%. Okay, let's take one more question. The question is 4 by 15. And this is already given in the form of fraction. So what we will do, we will simply multiply this with 100. And 5 will divide it 20 times and 5 will divide it 3 times. 24 ja 80 by 3. We can divide it into decimal. What will be the decimal form? 3 2 ja 6. Remainder 2 0 20. 3 6 ja 80. Remainder 2. We will put decimal and we will get 0. Again 2 3 6 ja 18. 26.66%. And this 6 will keep on repeating. So we can write it 26.66 or 26.67. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let's move on to the third question. The third question is convert each of the following into fractions. The first question is 6 integer 1 by 4%. This is in percentage. You have to convert in fraction. Convert in fraction. So what do we do? First of all, we will convert this mixed fraction into fraction. 6 4 is 24 plus 1, 25 by 4%. And what do we know? To convert any percentage into fraction, we divide it by 100. So 28 by 4, and we will remove percent sign. And what we will write here? 100. So what do we get? 25 by 4 into 100. 25 4 ja 100. So 1 by 4 4 ja 60. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let's move on to the next question. The next question of the same kind is 0.06%. So simply what we will do, we will write 0.06, we will remove percentage with a 100. And what do we get? Simply we will put decimals in the left side. So here we have one decimal for 100, ones, tens and 100. So what will be? 0. Here was decimal, ones and again tens and again 100. So after 20, and 406. Okay, ones, tens and 100. Ones, tens, 100. So point 000, point 0.0006. If you don't understand this, simply what we can write? We can write it as 6 by 1 tens 100 and one more 100. So after how many decimals we have to, after how many digits we have to apply decimal? After 4 digits. So we will write 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will put decimal. So 0.0006. This is our required answer. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is express each of the following as ratio. Express each of the following as ratio. The first question is 43%. So what we can write? We can write 43 by 100. And this is already in simplest form. So we need not convert it into simplest form. What we will write? 43 ratio 100. This is our required answer. The second question of this type is 7.5%. 7.5%. So what do we write? We write 7.5 and we will remove percent sign with 100. And if you remove decimal, what do we get? One more 0. So we can write 75 by 1000. 25 3 ja 75, 25 4 ja 100 and 1 0. So 3 ratio 40. This is our required answer. Let's move on to question number 4. Convert each of the following ratios in percentage. Convert in percentage. We have to convert the given ratio into percentage. First question, 37 ratio 100. 37 ratio 100. So what we will do? We will first convert this ratio into fraction. What is the fraction form? 37 by 100. And to convert any fraction into percentage, what do? We multiply it with 100. So 100 will divide 100. What do we get? 37%. Let's move on to second question. 3 ratio 5. So what we can write? 3 ratio 5 can be written as 3 by 5. And to convert fraction into percentage, what do? We multiply it with 100. So 5 will divide 100 20 times and 23 is 16%. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is convert in decimal form. We have to convert in decimal form. Convert in decimal form. The first question of this kind is 45%. So in the same way, we will write 45 by 100. And to convert it into decimal, we will divide it with 100. And what will be our answer? 0.45. As a division with 10, 100,000, 10,000 are very easy. We simply just put the decimal over there. Required place. And the next question is 127%. 127%. I'm so sorry. The question is 127%. So 127% can be written as 127 by 100. So 1's tens 100. 1.27. This is the decimal form. Now the next question is convert each of the following decimals into percentage. We have to convert the decimals into percentage. Convert in percentage. Converting percentage. The first question is 0.6. So what we will write? We will convert this decimal into fraction. What will be the fraction form of this particular decimal? 6 and 1's tens. And to convert the fraction into percentage, what do? Multiply it with 100. 10 tens are 100. 16 are 60%. Okay. Let's move on to the second question of the same type. The second question is 0.42. So what we will write? We can write it as 42 by 100. 1's tens 100. And to convert fraction into percentage, what do? We multiply with 100. So 100 will divide 100. What do we get? 42%. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now let's move on to the seventh question of our type. That is, we have to find. What we have to find? The first question is 2.8% of 35. 2.8% of 35. So what do? We write 2.8. When we remove percentage, what do we get? We get 100. Of means multiply by 35. Again we can write 28 by 100. This was point, and when we remove decimal, what do we get? One more 0 over here. Into 35. Now we can divide it. 5 7 ja 35, 5 2 ja 10, and double 0. We can divide it with 2 or 4. 4 7 ja 28, and 4 5 ja 20, and 0. What do we get? 7 7 ja 49 by 50. 49 by 50, and we can divide it as we divide, and we can write it as our answer. The answer will be something approx to 0.98. I hope you all can do it. Question number next. The second part of this particular question, we have to find 0.6% of 45. 0.6% of 45. 0.6% means 6 by 10. Removing decimal we will get 10, and when we remove percentage, what do we get? Into 100. Of means multiply 45. So what we can write? 6 by 1000 into 45. 5 9 ja 45, and 5 will divide 1000 200 times. Again 2 3 ja 6, and 2 will divide 100 times. What do we get? 9 3 ja 27 by 100. So 0.27. This is our required answer. Let's move on to next question of the same type. We have to find 3 integer 1 by 3% of 90 kilometer. So what we can write? 3 3 is a 9, 9 plus 1 10, 10 by 3, and when we remove percent, what do we get? 100. Of means multiply 90 kilometer. So 10 by 3 into 100, 300 into 90 kilometer. 0 will cancel 0, 0 will cancel 0. 3 3 is a 9. What do we get? 3 kilometer as our answer. I hope it is clear. Let's move on to the fourth question of the same type. The question is 20% of 12 liter. 20% of 12 liters. So what we can write? 20% means 20 by 100. Of means multiply 12 liter. 0 will cancel 0. 2 5 ja 10. What do we get? 12 by 5 liter. You can divide it. The exact division will be 5.4. 5.4 liter. We can divide 5 by 12. 5 2 ja 10. Remainder to 0.40. 5 4 ja 20. So 2.4, not 5.4. 2.4 liter. Now, very important question is coming. The question is, you have to find. I am just mentioning the question. Find the number. Find the number whose 6 1 by 4% is 2. आपको ऐसा कोई नंबर फाइंड करना है जिसका 6 1 by 4% क्या है? 2. You don't know the number, so what we can write? We can write let the number be x. तो x का 6 1 by 4%. So what we can write? 6 1 by 4% of x is 2. So 6 4 is 24 plus 1, 25 by 4% of x is 2. 25 by 4. When we remove percent, what do we get? 100. Of means multiply x equal to 2. We can solve. 25 1 ja 25, and 25 will divide 400 in how many times? Since 25 4 ja 100, so 4 4 ja 16 times. And what is the value of x? So x will be, this 16 is in denominator, so it will go and divide with the numerator, that is 2 into 16. So what is the value of x? 32. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let's move on to the next question of the same type. The question is, what amount is 10%? What amount is 10% more than rupees 90? The question is very simple. The question is saying what amount is 10% more than rupees 90? ऐसा कौन सा अमाउंट है जो कि 10% ज्यादा हो तो वो कितना होगा? 90. So what we will do? 10% more than rupees 90. So when anything is complete, what is the complete percentage? 100%. So what we have to find? 10% more. So we add this more in the complete, and what we get as new percentage? The new percent will be 110%. Since the complete is 100 and it is asking to that it is 10% more, so we will add 10%. What do we get? 110%. 110% of what? 90 rupees. So what we can write? 110 by 100 multiplied by 90. 0 will divide 0, 0 will cancel out 0, 11 9 99 rupees. I hope it is clear. Or simply what we can do, we can find the 10% of 90, or we could find out the 10% of 90. What is 10% of 90? That is 10 by 100 into 90. 10 10 ja 100 and 10 9 ja 90. What is 10% of 90? Is rupees 90. So what will be the total? The total, it is asking that more than 90. More than 90. So what will be the total? Total will be 90 and plus 9. What do we get? 99. I hope it is clear. You can solve it with both the methods. Let's take the same question of the same type. The question is, what amount is 20%? What amount is 20% less than 60? Less than rupees 60. 20% less than 60. Now, if anything is complete, it is 100% and it is asking a 20% less. So what will be the required percent? 100 minus 20%. What is the required percentage? 80%. 80% of what? 80% of 60. So what do we get? 80 by 100 into 60. 0 will cancel 0, 0 will cancel 0. 8 6 ja 48. Or 20% less than 60. So first we will find out the 20% of 60. 20% of 60. What is 20% of 60? 20 by 100 into 60. 0 will cancel 0, 0 will cancel 0. 6 2 ja 12. What is 20% of 60? Is 12. Now the question is saying less than 60. So we will subtract it with 60. What do we get? 60 minus 12 is equal to 48. We will put rupees or whatever the quantity is given, you can put that quantity. Okay. So let's move on to the last question of our today's session. The question is, what percent, or the question is, if 12.5% of x is 6, find the value of x. This is the question. If 12.5% of x is 6, find the value of x. 12.5% of x, so I can write 12.5% of x is what? Is 6. So 12.5 means 125 by, first of all we will remove decimal. What do we get? 10. And when we remove percentage, what do we get? 00, that is 100 multiplied by x is equal to 6. 5 will divide 125 25 times, and 5 will divide 1000 200 times. Again we can divide 25 under 25, and 25 8 is 200. So what is the value of x? X equal to 6 into 8. 6 8 is 48. I hope it is clear to everyone. So these were all the questions which you got in your homework of yesterday. So kindly watch this video so that you can properly solve all the questions. I don't think you would have anywhere doubt. In the upcoming session, we will be studying word problems on percentage. So I am not going to send the solution of the questions in the assignment. I am only going to provide you with the answers so that you can watch the video and solve it. Okay, remember to watch the complete video for better understanding. Thank you all. Have a good day.